Hi everyone, welcome here to another video. Today I want to give you a fabulous tool that will help you to always make the right decision. How great would be if we could always make the right decision every time that life puts us in between choosing A, B or even C. We could always make the right decision. We would always know if we should get the job or if we shouldn't, if we should stay living in that house or if we should move, if we should keep in the same relationship or change. You know, those big questions that we have within us that sometimes we just wanted to open a book and we wanted the book to tell us, what should I do? Should I do this or should I do that? Because life is very complex. It can be complex. Sometimes we know exactly what we need to do. Our intuition tells us what to do, but other times it doesn't work like that. It feels like we are in a battle between what we want to do, what we should do, and even other times we really don't have any clue, because it feels like every time we want to ask ourselves, what should I do in this situation? It feels like we are so conflicted that we really don't have an answer. We really don't know actually how to approach that situation. So how great would be to have a tool that could help us what to do and always be the right decision. That's great, isn't it? Well, that thing actually exists and it's called higher self. The higher self is the first step in any ascension process, in any spiritual process. If you don't know where to start by going and meeting your higher self, obtain information with them or her. Meet your higher self, ask questions, follow their advice, feel their energy. The higher self, it's our other half. Some people believe that we actually have another half that is human, what they call my other half, and they think that other half is another human being. So they keep searching for that human being, the person that will complete them 100%, and that doesn't exist. Each person is energetically and spiritually independent. Of course, there are people that we are more compatible with and their energy is more compatible with ours, but no one will ever match our energy 100%. So that concept of someone completing us 100%, it doesn't exist. The other half that completes us 100%, it's our higher self. When we reincarnate, we come to live the experience of the opposites. So when we reincarnate, we kind of divide into a physical part that is us, this one that is living the journey on earth, and a spiritual part that stays up there in higher frequencies. So this is what happens. We reincarnate, we are one. We reincarnate and we divide in two. So this lower self that is us doesn't have all of the information as this higher self. So our mission along our journey on earth is to ascend, to meet this higher self, obtain information and bring it down to earth. So basically our higher self, it's our GPS, what everyone is always asking for. What is my mission? What should I do in this case? What am I doing here? So if you stay just on this level, you will never understand that, because in here we are very mental. So all of the answers will come from our rational side, our mental side. So for us to understand the energy and our purpose that is a bit deeper, we need to go up to ask our higher self, obtain information and bring it down to earth again. So this higher self, it's always waiting for us to connect with it, because the higher self wants to help us in our journey. They want to tell us, what should we do? What is our mission? What is our purpose? They know all of the past lives we had. They know our type of energy, so they have all of the answers. And also, the higher self, it's the only thing in the world that can complete us 100%. Some people, when they go to the higher self, they describe going to the higher self as going back home, that sense of fulfillment that is like two pieces of a puzzle that fit completely. And that is normally what people look for in a partner. Oh, I want someone that is the perfect half and will match my energy completely, will always be there for me when I need, will tell me what to do. I will feel complete with that person. And people forget that other human beings are just other human beings. They also have their other half up in higher frequencies that they should also connect with. So each one of us has this higher self. And the good thing of the higher self is it can give you answers, and answers with detail. It's not just general answers to everyone. No, each person can have a detailed and personalized answer. In this new era, there isn't an answer that fits all. Each person is independent and individual, so each person needs their journey on earth personalized. And because of that, each answer needs to be adapted to each person, rather than someone say, okay, what you need to do in life is this, and this. You are born, you find someone to get married, you find a good job, and you know what everyone says. So that doesn't work for everyone. And the higher self has those answers personalized for us, because what can happen is what is good for me can possibly not be good for you. So the answer that my higher self will tell me, probably when you contact your higher self for a similar situation, your answer will be different from mine. And that is what is great about it. Each person is different. So each person is a different answer, a different journey, and the higher self can do that. Of course, as everything, it needs a practice. But you can start with small questions like, should I wear this dress today? And if the answer is yes, you wear that dress today. And then you see how you feel with it. And then do another question at the day. Should I eat meat? And if the answer is no, you try not to eat meat and see how you feel. So start with simple questions to gain practice, to gain intimacy with the higher self. And then jump to the bigger questions. What is my mission? Should I keep in this relationship? Should I keep in this job? Should I accept this offer? Should I change country? How should I raise my children? What should I do with my son in this particular situation? You can ask anything. Our higher self, it's the only one that can fill that emptiness that sometimes we feel in our hearts. Is the only one that can give us something that actually feels like is right, feels like that's exactly what I need. So this higher self, it's the only thing that can give us that, because other people, they can give us a little bit of that sensation of being supported, being caring with us. But sometimes, and I think you already felt this, sometimes we are sad or we feel lonely and we are surrounded by a lot of people, even supporting people that are trying to help us. But it feels like what they give to us is never enough. It feels like we needed something more, something deeper. And it's true, because their energy will never fulfill the emptiness that we have in our heart, because that needs to be fulfilled by our own energy. So the more complete you are, the more you are yourself, the more love you have in your heart, then the more you can spread to other people on earth as well. So by contacting your higher self, you're not only helping yourself, but in the long term, you are helping yourself, your family, your friends, and even the world, because you are not trying to take from the world, but instead you are giving to the world, because you come here, you get the information, you get the energy, and then you bring it down to earth and you spread that. So I want to give you some tips on how to contact your higher self. I recorded a meditation that you can access on my YouTube channel. The link is going to be in the description. But before, I want to give you some tips. So first, let go of the control. Accept what the higher self is telling you. Don't try to control the answer that the higher self is going to give you. Simply let go of the control. Imagine this is an adventure and go for it and let go of the control and see, okay, what does the higher self has to tell me? And then try it on earth just to see how you feel, just to see how things and life react to your action, just to try to experiment. Then try not to rationalize the experience. So when you are meditating and you are elevating yourself, try not to always think, oh, is this true? Is that right? Should I be doing this? I don't believe in this. Because our ego, every time we try to elevate ourselves, tries to stop that process. So when you're doing the meditation, you will notice that there is a voice in your head always saying like,
oh, this is ridiculous. Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your time? Maybe I'm going to control the experience so it won't be like absolutely my higher self telling me.
Try to not give too much attention to this voice. Every time this voice is telling you this kind of things or arguing against you or try to convince you to give up, just tell this voice, all of these things that you are telling me, go and write down on a notebook. Yeah, you can tell that to the voice and you will see that voice. Okay, I'm going to write down the notebook. Write down on the notebook and you carry on doing your meditation, okay? This is just like a simple trick to control the ego's voice. So if you wanted to know the answer of something that is important to you, or even something that is not important to you, but you wanted to have this support of your other half on earth, which I think is incredible and I think everyone should have access to it, do this meditation that I prepared for you. This meditation will be a yes or no meditation to the higher self. So what I will ask you to do is do closed questions, what I call closed questions. So basically it's questions that can only have a yes or no as an answer. That's easier to start with rather than an open question. So what is my life's mission? And the life's mission is can be very complex. So for you to start, just do a yes or no question. Like, should I keep contact with my sister? Yes or no? Should I go out with this friend on Saturday? Yes or no? Do you understand? Like things that are closed. So when you are meditating, make sure you are not going to be interrupted while you're meditating. You can use your headphones or earphones. Let yourself go. No control, accept what it is. Ask closed questions that allow a yes or no answer. And then practice on earth. Trust the information that you receive. Control the ego's voice by telling them that information that you are telling me, go and write down on that notebook. And then go up into the meditation. Carry on doing the meditation. You can ask anything to your higher self. And I would like to let you know that you are not alone on this journey on earth. Your higher self is there waiting for you. But this contact needs to start with you. You are the one that have free will. So you are the one that actually needs to contact this higher frequency. But you can be sure that they have the answers that you need, the personalized answers for your journey, for your energy. And you will know that after you understand this, you train the meditation, you have the answers with you, you will never again make a decision without contact your higher self. And remember, the answers that our higher self gives to us is not always what we want, what this lower self wanted to hear. But you can trust that in the long term is the best. Gain intimacy with your higher self. Be comfortable going to your higher self. Count with their help. What happens is people normally they don't contact their higher self and then when they want a quick answer because something happened, they get very desperate and they want to contact the higher self straight away. And that's why I advise to contact the higher self when you are not desperate. Gain intimacy with the process, because that way when you need a quick answer and you are put it in between a big decision, you will know what to do. You have intimacy with the process of going to the higher self, so you can trust that that information will be more precise. Do this meditation, contact your higher self, and make sure that you make this journey on earth the best you can. Thank you.